It says host disabled participant screen sharing, so you have to allow me to. Let's try it again.
Okay. Does it work? It should work now. Good?
There we go.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so I am going to go up to the upper right and hide the thumbnail videos so that y'all can see. Hopefully, can y'all all see my screen?
Yes.
And you can hear me all right?
Yep.
Okay, great. Well, I'm so thankful to Elizabeth for letting me do this today, because this is one of my favorite things to do, is to talk about organizing. I'm a professional organizer. I've been doing it for 10 years. I'm a proud member of NAPO, which is the National Association of Productivity and Organizing Professionals. And I'm also included in expertise.com's list of the 21 best home organizers in Austin, Texas.
Good.
Let's see, is it gonna let me? So it's not letting me move to the next slide. Let's see. There we go. So here's what I'm going to be talking about today. And I only have 20 minutes, so no pun intended, but I'm going to zoom through things. But if it's being recorded, then you can always look at the slides later and see what you might have missed. So I'm going to be talking about what does being organized really mean for your new home, why downsizing can help you enjoy your new home. I'm going to give you some resources for donating and recycling those unwanted items. And my favorite part, I'm going to talk about some of my favorite organizing products for maximizing your storage space at Overture Mueller. But first of all, I'm sorry? Did someone say something? First
No,
of
I just laughed.
Okay. What happened? Well, life happened. You've had a full, busy life, and you've accumulated a lot of stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what does being organized mean to you? It could mean that, oh my gosh, I can never find what I'm looking for, right? That's most people's idea of being disorganized. So people ask me all the time, professional organizer, so your house must be perfect. No, my husband and my cat would both laugh at that. I'm a bit of a slob, and I'm a little lazy. I don't want to struggle with my belongings, so that's why I became a professional organizer. So to me, perfection is not the goal. None of us live in Pinterest houses or magazine houses, right? To me, being organized could mean that you've trimmed down your belongings to those items that you use most and things that make you smile. So it could be that all of your pillows, your throw pillows, make you smile. Or maybe you might have a few too many. My philosophy of being organized is I want to have homes for things, having things near where they're used, like coffee by the coffee maker, scissors by your gift wrap, things like that. And that way, when you need those things, they're right there at your fingertips. And most importantly, you know where to put them back when you're done, right? So can anyone relate to this? She's at the store buying more scissors because she can't find the 8 pairs of scissors that she already has, right? We have all been there. And this is just me, but I love to label things. So I have a bunch of pairs of scissors. My job as an organizer is not to tell you that you shouldn't have so many scissors. My job as an organizer is to make it easy for you to find those scissors. So I label mine. I have scissors for my office and my kitchen and my garage. And so when they wander off, which, you know, scissors wander off, I can look on the label and go, oh, that belongs in my office. That's where I should put that back. And can you find what you need when you need it? So when you need your scissors or stamps and envelopes, when your washing machine breaks and you need the instruction manual, or you need to find your will, when you need a Band-Aid and want to find your first aid supplies, or your dog's leash, or your car keys. So whether you're thinking about moving soon to Overture Mueller, or you've already moved, any time really is great for decluttering and downsizing. But it's especially helpful before you move, because as the song says, don't it always seem to go, you don't know how much you've got until you move. So my primary moving tip is, if you haven't moved already, try to donate and recycle things before the move. And that way you don't have to pay your movers to move boxes of things that you're going to get rid of anyway, right? And I'm going to give you a couple of things to think about. So you might be saving things for your kids or your grandkids. They may not want those things. They may not want that handmade furniture that was carved in Germany several generations ago. Want modern furniture nowadays. So if you're thinking about keeping stuff for your kids, talk to them about it and get their honest opinion. And people ask me about selling things. It's really hard to sell things. It's hard to make good money at a garage sale. It's hard to sell things online. It's possible that it's going to be easier and faster to just donate or recycle. And you spent good money on those things, right? You have clothes that you spent good money on, but you don't wear anymore. But if you don't wear them anymore, then nobody else can wear them either. So think about, how much money am I going to save if I hang on to those clothes for another year or another 5 years? You're not really going to save the money, and no one else is going to be able to enjoy those clothes. So there's other things you could think about downsizing before you move. How many reusable shopping bags do you have? Some of my clients have just mountains of them. And when you only need a few, and I actually have the habit of taking mine back to my car after I unload the groceries so that they're always in my car when I need them, instead of in a kitchen cabinet somewhere. Office supplies. How many boxes of staples do you really need? How much do you staple things nowadays anyway? In your new home at Overture Mueller, how many coffee mugs do you really need? How many serving platters? How many flower vases do you think you're going to really use? Okay, so I've talked to you about downsizing and decluttering, and you're ready to donate stuff. Fortunately, at the moment in this current pandemic, there's a lot of places that are not taking donations right now, where you can't fill up your car and drive up there and drop them off. Normally I would have a huge long list of places, great places to take stuff, but like Age of Central Texas isn't accepting donations. Settlement Home isn't accepting donations right now. Hopefully in the future they will. In the meantime, I'm going to give you some resources for unloading some of your things. And one of them is very convenient to Overture Mueller. Hope Family Thrift Store is literally right down the street on East 51st Street. And I've taken many client donations there. They'll take furniture and clothes and household goods, all kinds of things. They support the Austin Disaster Relief Network, which is a good cause. And they will pick up furniture, which is just, oh my gosh, that's so great. They want furniture in good condition, of course, gently used, things that they can resell in their Hope Family Thrift Store. But you can call them and schedule them to come and get your furniture that might not fit in your new home. Great resource. Now, what about hazardous waste? Some of you may know about the Recycle Reuse Center down in South Austin. And they take all the hazardous stuff that you can't put in your trash can or your recycle bin. They'll take paint and, you know, pesticides and batteries and electronics and styrofoam and all kinds of things. But at the moment, during the pandemic, you can't fill up your car and take it down there yourself. But they will come to you. So you can schedule a pickup with them at 512-974-4343. And they have a long list of things that they will take and what they won't take. Great resource for cleaning out your garage or any place that has a bunch of old stuff like that. And I just want to talk about styrofoam real quick. When you buy a new TV or electronic and you get those big chunks of styrofoam, the Recycle Reuse Center will take those and they will melt them down. You don't want to put them in your trash can because they'll end up in the landfill and they won't deteriorate for a million years. And you can't put them in your blue recycle City of Austin bin. But they will come and pick it up for you and they'll melt it down and takes up much less space. It's a wonderful service. They only take chunks, not packing peanuts. But if you have some of those cluttering your house, great way to get rid of them. And this is my favorite. I hope everybody knows about Austin Creative Reuse. So they resell craft supplies, if you can imagine. School teachers go there to buy school supplies at a discount. They take fabric and yarn and beads and sewing machines and sewing supplies, office supplies, all kinds of craft supplies. It is a magical place. But unfortunately, right now during the pandemic, you can't fill up your car and take it down there, but without announcing yourself. So you have to make an appointment and then you can fill up your car, take it over there and give it to them. But they do want you to make an appointment first, and I give you the website there to do that. And they give you a list of what they will and will not accept. Great service. How am I doing on time? Ooh, okay. So I'm a professional organizer. My specialty is space optimization and storage redesign. So what the heck does that mean? Well, that means I can help you with your closets and your storage rooms. So here's a before and after. See all the stuff on the left that's kind of down on the floor and cluttered and you can't really get to it? That wall gets me all excited because to me that's prime real estate for using vertical space. So I put in some adjustable wire shelving so that my client can access all those items and see them. So adjustable wire shelving can be bought at lots of different stores, Lowe's, Costco, sometimes the Container Store. They're easy to assemble. You can take them with you when you move. They collect less dust than solid shelves, and they're very sturdy and weight-bearing. But as you can imagine, I have a favorite wire shelving, and it's called Intermetro. Here's a picture of a storage room at Overture Mueller where I'm assembling some Intermetro shelving for this client. Each shelf holds 300 to 500 pounds for real. Very, very sturdy. Comes in white, black, or silver. You can add wheels to it to roll the whole shelving unit around and locks to lock it down for security. And you can add accessories like hooks and baskets and clothing rods and shelf liners and all kinds of things. It's a great product. Here's the 3 colors it comes in: white, black, and silver. And comes in a lot of different sizes. So this is a guest closet at Overture Mueller where I put in some Intermetro shelving. This client had a lot of cleaning supplies and they were all over the floor. And now she can see everything. She can make a grocery list, right? Oh, I already have 2 or 3 bottles of glass cleaner, so I don't need to buy any more. I love that. And I also love how perfectly this fits there. So these particular shelves are 36 inches long by 14 inches deep, and they fit perfectly in that closet. Made me so happy. Now in your closet, you may have double clothing rods like shown here. And you can simply lift that middle clothing rod out. You don't need any tools. It lifts right out. Put it aside for later, and then put in shelving so that you have all that extra storage space. And here's another storage room at Overture Mueller. See all the boxes and luggage over on the left? Now, with Intermetro shelving, I have one shelf for each row of boxes, so my client can get to what she needs. She can reach her luggage. She doesn't have to paw around and struggle with her stuff. Shelf Genie. Do you know about Shelf Genie? Shelf Genie makes those glide-out shelves that go under your kitchen sink and your bathroom sink and everywhere else in your house. And you might say, well, I have pipes under my sink. Yes, you do. And they can customize it. So they customize the pull-out shelf so that it uses every drop of space in those cabinets. Really good quality stuff. I highly, highly recommend Shelf Genie, except no substitutes. I mean, look at this kitchen. This is just a sample of all the different things you can do with Shelf Genie. There's a million things you can do, but this is just an idea so that you don't have to get down on your hands and knees and crawl around and try to pull out your saucepans, right? So you can cook easier. Everything's at your fingertips. Oh, good. Just got a message. Everything's at your fingertips and you don't have to struggle with your belongings. That's a big thing for me. And there's their website, Shelf Genie Locations Austin. They do virtual consultations so they can help you over the phone. It's great. You may have seen Overdoor shoe bags. I love these. These are such a inexpensive product. You can get them at the Container Store, Bed Bath & Beyond, other places. I like these clear ones, and they're not just for shoes. You can use them for craft supplies, cleaning supplies, all kinds of things. You don't need any tools. They're just hooks that hang on the door. So office supplies, stamps and envelopes. I love that you can see everything and access everything. I have sanitizer in there, lint rollers, all kinds of stuff. I know I'm zooming through this, but you can always look at this later. Now, the disadvantage of Overdoor shoe bags is that they don't always fit and they aren't customizable. So another product I really love is Elfa door racks. You can get them at the Container Store. They hang on the door. So there's a hook at the top and a hook at the bottom. So that means that you don't have to drill holes into your pantry door or your closet door to use these. It's fabulous. And the baskets come in different sizes and they're adjustable up and down. So again, you can use every drop of that vertical space. So here, as an example, is a pantry door at Overture Mueller. Now, if you try to use an Overdoor shoe bag on that door, it's going to be a little too wide for the door. So I use an Elfa door rack because Elfa makes baskets that are narrow enough to fit that door. And the client has all that much more easy to access, easy to see storage space. I love it. You can also attach the Elfa door racks to the wall if you want. Here I've put some next to a washer and dryer so that all the laundry supplies are right there at your fingertips and you can see what you have. Great. I'm almost done. But before I go, this is a little bonus. So one of the code of ethics I have to follow as a professional organizer is that I keep all of my clients completely confidential. So I don't say, oh yeah, I went to organize your friend, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that. Everyone's completely confidential. But this woman was nice enough to let me use her name and use her testimonial. She lives at Overture Mueller. And this is a project I did for her yarn storage. How great is that? I wish I had time to tell you all about this project, but I just wanted to show it to you because it was super fun. I got to be creative. She gets to have all of her yarn easy to see and access. It's just great. So you may be wondering how I do organizing in this pandemic. I've been helping some of my ongoing clients by phone, and it's worked great. A lot of my clients say, oh my gosh, Carol, I am never going to do this unless you're there. And so nowadays they say, I'm never going to do this unless you're there on the phone with me. So I can do virtual organizing over the phone or Skype, FaceTime, Zoom, whatever. I also teach a Real Women Use Tools class for individuals and groups. And again, I'm a proud member of NAPO, the National Association of Productivity and Organizing Professionals. So if you relate to this woman who's frantically trying to find what's in her closet, you can contact me.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Should I leave this up or should I stop sharing?
Yeah, this is all great information. If you could, I know we have this recorded, but if you could go ahead and email me this.
I will.
I love all the information, and I especially love all the pictures that you took of our just like of Overture Mueller, because it's always actually gives me ideas. Especially, I really like the one that is the laundry shelf. I get a lot of people that inquire about what can I do with all this extra space, and that's awesome that you can do that with the Elfa shelves.
Yeah, yeah. And those shelves in those laundry closets are kind of far back and they're a little hard to access. So this gives all your stuff just right there.
Awesome. And I'm sure Victoria can relate to that. Like, there's so much space in that closet. So it's just like, you could definitely use that space, especially going like up vertical.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Does anyone have any questions for me?
I do. We have a broken TV. You can probably see it in this. Will Hope take that? Do you know who would take it? Because I can't live.
I don't think they will. They have a list on the Hope thrift store website of what they'll take, and I think that they're not taking large TVs. But the recycle reuse place will.
Okay, thank you.
Call them to come pick it up.
Okay, thanks.
Well, this was fun. I hope it was fun for y'all.
It's great.
Yeah, no, this
Thank
is all
you.
very, so much information. Thank you.
Yeah, and I do this all day long. I left a lot of stuff out.
I'm sure.
Interesting times. So I also help people with paper management. I can do a whole session or two on paper management.
Awesome. Good. Alrighty, well, I'll go ahead and stop recording. Does anybody have any other questions for Carol? Good?
No.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.